Right, we've just arrived at Everton's training ground, Finch Farm, for tonight's game. It took me an hour to get here, but I'll see what I can film for you, and then hopefully it's not too bad. Well, let's go. We've got 4 or 5 games covered tonight at once, which I didn't expect, but that's what it is. That's the life of medical staff in football. But it's quite a nice venue here, so it's not too bad. It'll just be a bit cold. I thought I'd be inside, but obviously not. This is what it's like, to be fair, in academy football a lot of the time. It's not just like one game that you're doing, it's usually quite a few. But it's still the same process. If you get injured, run on, look after them. I'm just getting all my stuff ready, my gloves and my gauze and that, and then we'll be ready to go. Half time under the lights. And the only bad thing about working in this sport is the weather, especially in winter. It's freezing. All done for the night. Can't feel my hands, my face or my feet, but that's the beauty of working in England, working in sport. This is what we're on for breakfast at the minute. I've got 2 different flavours, as you've seen in another video, but I've been told how to make it now. So previously I was just eating it like this. I was putting the cream of rice in, putting the water in, and then eating it. But I've been told you have to do it like this, then put it in the microwave, and then make it. And as you might have guessed, it tastes much better like that. So that's how I'm going to be having it from now on. This is what we're on for dinner at the moment. It's either chicken rice and eggs, or it's tuna rice and eggs. But it's dead simple, as easy as that. If you're not overly fussed about food, especially when you're dieting, and you can eat dead simple food like this, it will make the process a lot easier. Because you've got a lot of weeks making food 2, 3, 4 times a day, however many you do it. Eating the same thing is just dead easy. It's easy to take it with you. I'm always at work, usually eating out of Tupperware, so it's easier. But trying to make dead fancy meals every day and cooking properly every day, unless you've got the time, it is just easier to eat like this. And chicken and rice just works. That's why everyone eats it. Okay, snacks. So I structure my eating. I basically have breakfast, dinner, tea, and then snacks throughout the day to fill the rest of my calories up. So I'll show you what most of them are. So this is pretty much the snacks I have throughout the day. So fruit, apple, maybe sometimes a banana. This is fruit, yogurt and nuts. So I've got my nuts and seeds in the top, as you can see. That's another one. Then we've got protein bars and Nature Valley bars, usually every day. Rice cakes with peanut butter on, and then there's just protein in there. But usually that's pretty much the snacks that I have every day. But like I said with dinners, I just eat the same thing day in, day out, because it's just easier. Once I know what I can eat, then I'll just eat it, because I know that that's adds up to my calories. The only other thing I might have is an extra piece of fruit, an extra banana, or that's really it, really. But I just find that works best for me. I have my 3 meals that are pretty much the same, breakfast, dinner and tea. And then I have a number of snacks that I can have throughout the day, which then bring my calories and macronutrients up to where they're supposed to be. This is what teas have been looking like at the minute. So it's either chicken sausage and potatoes and salad, or normal chicken, potatoes and salad. Or the other option is either chicken pasta or sausage pasta. But I'll put a full day on my fitness pal on the screen, so you can see what it all adds up to in terms of protein and carbs and calories and stuff. But that's what we've been having at the minute. That's a full day of eating. Right, let's do a bit of cardio talk while I'm on here. 3 questions that I commonly get asked as a sports therapist that might help you with recovery or training or just injury advice.
Question 1 is how to deal or how to get over DOMS quicker. DOMS being the muscle soreness you feel 1 or 2 days after training. So the best advice I can give for this is to keep active. You might have heard of people do like active recovery days, and that is essentially what they're doing. They're trying to reduce the effects of DOMS and reduce the muscle soreness that they're feeling. And the reason that staying active helps you get over DOMS better is because when you train, you build up lactic acid and little micro damage and micro tears in your muscle that cause like swelling, inflammation. And if you just sit still, that just sits in your body and in your muscles in your body. It takes longer to get rid of it and naturally remove all the waste product. If you keep moving, you do active recovery, you go for a light walk, you go for a light work on the bike, your body then has to deal with all that waste product a lot quicker than it would if you just sat still, doing nothing, waiting for the pain to go down. Question 2 is, a lot of people ask me, how many times do they need to come in before they'll be fixed? And I always say for this, it depends on how much you're doing outside of clinic, how much work you're putting in, how much you're doing the rehab and the exercises that I've set. Because my job is to assess you, treat you, and then give you the tools to take away to carry on fixing yourself outside of clinic. And I always say to people that you make the most progress outside of clinic, at home, in the gym, wherever you're doing your rehab or exercises to get over your injury. And the reason for that is, even if you come in clinic every single day, it's still only 1 hour a day compared to 23 hours a day outside the clinic where you've got a chance to work on your injury. So between sessions, if you're doing nothing, then you're not going to get better very quickly, are you? So is there much point in coming back in if you've just done nothing between session 1 and session 2? Because you're probably not going to see much different. But if you're someone that goes away and does your rehab as advised or as prescribed, does your exercises, does everything that you've been told to get over your injury, you're more likely to see a difference. So the takeaway would be, if you want to get over your injury faster, you need to do your rehab that you've been set, which means you'll also see more of a difference, which then means there's more point coming back in to see your therapist again to progress further. Question 3 would be, is there anything I need to stop doing that's going to make it worse? So this obviously depends on what injury you've got and what caused it. Or so if you've got an injury and something you're doing is making it worse and feel like it's putting you back, try and avoid it or find alternatives. If you've got an injury and the stuff you're doing isn't really affecting it, or you're getting like mild discomfort, nothing that's setting you back or you're having to recover from, then speak to your therapist obviously, but you should be okay to carry on doing that.
Alright, we'll just start doing some shopping, mainly trying to find a dress for a 30th, but it's not going too well at the minute. But we have bought some other stuff. So I've been to Decathlon and I bought, what did I buy? A wet bag for when I go on walks and stuff. I bought a golf glove to add to my golf kit collection, because one of my goals this year was to get a full golf kit so I can actually go on courses, because you can go to driving range and anything, but some golf courses are a bit awkward about what you can wear. So all I've got so far is a glove and like a top, that's it. And then I got a waterproof cover for my backpack as well for when it's raining, because as you saw on the walk at Old Man of Coniston, we got absolutely drenched, and my bag got drenched and everything in it got drenched. And then we've been in Home Bargains, because this is an unbelievable shop, Home Bargains. And then I had to get a new fan for clinic, because I bought this fan the other week and it's broke already. I've only used it a few times to make the clinic warmer for everyone, but it's only a tenner I suppose. What do you want for a tenner? More protein bars, of course, from Home Bargains again, because I'm not spending £2.50 on one protein bar when I have one a day. I'm just not doing it. So I'm going to keep buying these from Home Bargains because they're cheap and they taste alright as well. And then I bought some, I couldn't help myself, pre-workout shots as well. I know I've got pre-workout like you've seen, but I just like these shots. So these ones are probably the best ones I've had so far, and I think they are Home Bargains own as well. But there used to be ones called zombie shots, which me and my dad used to have at Live, and they were very strong. And these are basically the same as them. So got some of them as well. That's what we've got so far. So the plan now is just carry on, see if we can find the dress for her birthday really. Hope before she cancels it.
Okay, back from shopping. I'm just out with the dog. I didn't manage to find the dress, but we've got a few weeks yet. I'll leave this episode here and see you in the next one, where we are going away for the weekend. So that'll be the main aspect of the vlog. So I finished the walk with this guy, and then I'll just leave you with a little clip of us and then see you in the next episode.